Hello everyone, welcome back to Space Engineers Hardcore Survival. Now, in the last episode we left off where we had set up, well, it should be a repairable decoys, which will hopefully get put to the test in this here episode. But in the meantime, I am thinking of setting up a solar panel array. Well, one of the reasons why I'm sort of against making it is because, well, we have enough power coming out of this here, and let me just go and check some of the batteries on the base, because I think they're not that far from, well, I can see with that one there, it's not great. Fully recharged in 20 hours, so that would be, I assume, is if I keep this game running for 20 hours it'll be fully charged, but it is trickle charging it there, which does do the job. And let me see, yeah, they're both 20 hours. What about the other batteries in the base? Yeah, pretty much the same. So, yeah, we could have a solar panel array, but it is going to be targeted regardless what happens. And I don't want to put all the time and say 2 episodes worth of time into building it and then it getting attacked. So, trying to think of a better way to spend the time. We will be ending this here series soon enough as well, but I would like to go and visit one of the planets. And I do see Earth there's one of the planets. Now what we could do is we could launch a spacecraft destined for Earth, which is just 000, that's the coordinates for Earth. We could launch an aircraft, just set it on autopilot to go there. Why is that flashing on and off? Has it run out of power? We could just destine it to go that way there, but the issue is, what do we do from there? Like, we've just set it on its flight path there, like, all well and good, but space pirates, mayday. What I was thinking was, if we sent some sort of a spacecraft, or yeah, if we sent a spacecraft, one that had lots of power sources inside it. So say if we found uranium, we have a reactor inside it and a laser. What we do is we plonk the drone pretty much on the planet and then set up a script that whenever it lands on it or wherever it senses ground, it powers up the laser. Or what it does is it docks itself to the ground, switches on the laser and connects back to here. So what we do is we, well, pretty much get the laser set up before we launch it. No, it's connecting it to here. And then turn the laser off because it will consume a lot of energy. Blast it off, going towards Earth. Once it gets on Earth, it'll switch itself on, connect with us here. And from there, we can launch or have some sort of rover that is part of it as well that comes off. A bit like the Operation Exploration series. If anybody watched that there, we did send off it was kind of like a container with a drone inside it, and once it landed, drone could be deployed from it, but that had a lot of issues in itself. So I'm sort of half tempted to send one drone over to establish communications, so that'll be a laser antenna, and then it's got its own antenna built onto it, and then we send off a second spacecraft which will just have the antenna on it, and say a battery, it'll just be a rover. That'll shoot its way over to Earth as well, and then that way the first pod lands, that establishes communication here, and then the second rover, if you like, will land on the moon next to the first pod, and then you can be able to drive it around within, like, say 50 miles of the or 50 kilometers from wherever the first pod landed. I'm thinking maybe we'd do that, and we could send both of them off together. No, like we could send off the pod one going first, and then say 15 minutes later we send off the rover. Yeah, we could do that. I'd say a few scripts will have to be set up. I think it would be best just to shoot it in the direction of 000, so it fires the thrusters, and then say every 10 minutes it switches the thrusters on and realigns itself with where it's supposed to go, you know, the autopilot, and then switches off the thrusters to save fuel, and switches them back on again. Now the thing is, that's going to use hydrogen, and depending on how far away Earth is, do I even have a GPS for it? I think there was one for Earth, wasn't there? There it is. I can't see Earth. Oh, I think there it is, 4,015 kilometers. Say 4,016 kilometers from here. So, say every 500 kilometers, which would be about 8 times, it'll switch them on for, I'd say 10 seconds would be enough. That's just to get it into line, so if it drifts off, it'll just go whoop, straight, point at it, blast the thrusters in whatever direction it needs, and then switch themselves off, and do that every 500 kilometers. That would have to be on some sort of timer though, because the max speed on this here is 500 kilometers a second. I don't know, 500 that'd be some serious speed. 500 meters a second. Well, that just, you just work out your timings from there, how often that'll go on. So, yes, how to do that? It could be quite complex. It's not really like, but the thought of it. I know this here series was mostly supposed to be drone based, and to use drones to explore asteroids. But I did point out in the last episode that an entity, as in a player entity, has to be somewhat loaded to load in the asteroids. So if I turn on the spectator cam, for example, not that one, F8 say, this will load in stuff. So I know this is a bit shady using this here, but this is the only way. Like literally, if we go up to these here, there's the first one there loaded in, right? Now I know we're not supposed to explore it with this here, and we're not going to explore it. We just want the, oh, there's one. Oh, that's the salvo station. Oh, it's one of those. Okay. Well, let's go to the first relay station. There it is. So it's still in operation. And then if we look around, how close did we get to this planet? Oh no, that's the one we came from. I'm a dunce. I was like, I didn't realise we got this close to the planet. So yeah, we've got all these here asteroids we have to load in first and then fly to them. I know we have explored most of them. We'll go to F6 back again here. And if we go to K and we go to GPS, we can actually see them all here. So we've got iron. We have those are waybounds. We've got cobalt. Oh, cobalt's on there. And we've got magnesium, silicone. We've got gold. Oh no, that's gold. And then we've got silver. So these will just be for medical, but we haven't found any platinum yet. And to be honest, I can't see myself exploring them too long. It is very tedious whenever you are exploring them. No, like, it takes about 5-10 minutes to get from one asteroid to another. And I just don't feel like it. So I think we're going to have to do this based on hydrogen alone, which isn't ideal. I would like to use atmospheric thrusters and ion thrusters, because it uses electricity and you can just power everything down, let it coast, and a solar panel will regenerate it. So if we are going to send something off, we need to have the right amount of fuel for it. Like, we don't have one single tank, get halfway there and be like, oh, we've used 3/4 of it. Well, I guess we're going to have to coast it the whole way there, because you could drift very, very easily. Very, very easy, like 4,000 kilometers, and you drift just 1 single degree away from where it's supposed to go. That could put you easily another 500 to 1,000 kilometers away from where you're supposed to go. It's very easily done. So Something like this here. That's 29.27% full of hydrogen. And this is a drone ship, so we could use something like this here. Slap on a few batteries. And then, see, then the laser is going to be requiring a lot of power, so unless we just send some big mega solar panel array on a ship, a bit like those repeaters, only it's on a larger scale and a laser strapped to it. Can you get small grid lasers? Oh, you can. I would like to try this here out in a creative world just to see what that is. Usually I would jump to like a complex creations episode, but I'm actually going to jump to... I'm going to jump to it. I'm going to jump to that complex creations save. Let me see. Complex creations. Here we are. I've got so many saves. Two reasons. One, backup. Second thing is it reduces in size every time you create a save. So if it's like 100 meg world, if you save as, it can drop down to as far as 20. So it helps with loading and that. And then it doesn't all the other crap as well, like voxels and stuff like that there. It sort of cleans them up a bit. Only loads in whenever it needs to load in. But a user, or a fan I should say, has reached out in the Discord channel and asked, will I ever do the multiplayer survival series? That did get a lot of traction. Yes, eventually I would like to get back into it again. It's just the people that I would like to do it with are very hard to get. Never mind trying to get a schedule. So I would prefer to do it with somebody and then create a series on a multiplayer world. I just feel like that would be a lot better instead of me just going into a multiplayer world, because either of us can record, have our own perspective of it, and do it like that. But right, let me see now. I suppose it would have made sense to save as the other world and then set that up. Maybe that would have been actually better to do that. Save as the other world, because then everything's loaded up already, whereas this one here we don't have. I don't think that's the planet there. Let's try that actually. So I'll save as the other world, and here it is. Let's do a save as, and we'll call this one here creative. I'm gonna load that in. So this is going to be the creative world, and this will be able to tell us whether or not we'll be what the consumption is, because I need to know what power it is and then work backwards. No, like if a solar panel does like 100 kilowatts and it takes 4 megawatts to use the laser, well then that tells us we need 40 solar panels, which isn't that much. It isn't that, actually isn't that much at all. If we get lucky, like. That is right, isn't it? Yeah. If each of them does 100 kilowatts at least at a minimum, and costs 4 megawatts, that's 4,000 watts divided by 100. There's 10, 100, and 1,000 times 4. Yeah, 40. Right, so this is the creative one. So I need to go into this admin tools, enable creative mode, invulnerable, untargetable. Looks someone see it. I don't need anything else. Let's put it to day just so it's easier.
Fuel critical.
Now, let's pretend that we are setting this up. So I'm going to set up a very temporary base here just to get this thing going, just to test it here out. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do this in red and in clean armor. Or is there... There's a plastic one, isn't there? Yeah, so that I don't accidentally load this world and use it. So it'll be in red. So let's put this here. Let's get our laser. Let's go on here. Let's get our reactor. And a small one should do it. Put it like that. And we need to get some uranium. I can't remember how to spawn in uranium again. It's like entity, isn't it? No. Entity list grids. No, that's entity list. There's one where you can give yourself... Oh. Ah! That's debug. No, we're close enough to... Oh, I took a screenshot there instead. Is it shift to... Ah, here it is. Items. And we want uranium ingot. And how much do we want? There we go. So that's that fired up. Now we need to go to Earth. So I'm going to go F8. We are going to literally go to Earth from this point. So we'd be on the equator, so let's find somewhere flat. Right about here, so and then do Alt F10, entity list, teleport here, player control. There we go. So let's find somewhere flat. Let's do it over here. Should have actually saved the blueprint. Oh, I didn't even copy the coordinates either. Not an issue though. Done. We'll do the same thing again. Number 8. 9. Put that there. And it is shift 10. Get you this here. And we want the uranium ingot. There we go. Control panel, laser antenna, infinite, copy my coordinates. And then we want to F8. There we go. And same thing here. Maybe it doesn't have enough. It's actually pointing at it, but it hasn't connected, has it? Small reactor. Its max is 15. Searching for a laser at GPS coordinates. And then I'm going to copy this and actually go back there. I should have actually set up a GPS there to... Because now I have no idea where this is. It'd be a miracle if I found this now. I'm going to have to do entity list, aren't I? Oh. Right, let's see. That would be under like static grid or something, wouldn't it?
Fuel critical.
Oh. Very good. Could have swore. It's just the last one, isn't it? No. Here it is. Let's turn off that light there. No, where is it? There it is. So it is trying to rotate towards it. I just think it's a wee bit underpowered. That's 15 megawatts. Surely doesn't need another one, does it? Let's add another one just in case. And it's shift 10 for entity. Right, so that's maybe it's too far away. Did it despawn maybe? I'm not too sure. So it's still searching. Maybe the other one's not powered up either. So let's actually rename this to a proper thing. So this will be Earth Laser. And then let's go Alt F10 entity list. Whatever the one is for it. A lot of small grids, but here it is. Let's call this. I don't even know what this is. It Partham? P-E-R-T-H Partham. That's probably spelled wrong.
Energy low.
Close enough. Right. So it still hasn't connected to it. Let's try adding a second reactor to it. Still nothing. How much is them bigger thingies reactor, the larger ones? Because I feel like this is what it's gonna need. Let's get that there. Oh, let's stick one. If I can actually place stuff. 6. Right, and 10 spawn. Stick that in there. No, it's bound to connect. Still searching. Right, let's do the same thing with that. I'm actually going to copy this. No, actually no, it should do. Right, and F10. And this is connecting to Earth. Okay, let's add big one here.
Fuel critical.
Let's see, 6. There, that. Shift 10, spawn object, click F. This, boom. That's putting out 300 megawatts, that should at least. I don't think it's connecting because it might not be getting line of sight. It's searching for... Maybe there's a limit. I think there's a limit. What if we go halfway between them? So let's say 2,000 kilometers. I'll go about here. No, wait, let's... Yeah, let's put the laser like that. And let's try this here. Current input, it is search. Current input is 98. Searching for a GPS. I would like to actually fly this and see what it would consume. That's consuming, that's halfway and it's consuming 98, so it makes sense if it consumes 200. And the fact that it's got a large one at 300, that should cover it. And that's connecting back to Earth, I assume.
Energy critical.
Oh wait, it's not even connected. What is that connecting to? Or is it? Oh, it is, it's just connect. Oh, that's connecting to Earth, okay. What if we copy these coordinates and go back to Earth? Oh, stupid thing. Earth laser. Oh, wrong one. Doesn't make up his mind, does it? Of course it. Hold on, I need to speed down. Up, there we go. I just need to adjust the right speed for this. This is really tedious, but there we go. Now let's try and paste this coordinate in. Ah, it's connected and it is consuming 99.5 megawatts. Okay, interesting enough. We might have to put a relay in between the two of them because that seems to connect there all right. Interesting. So that brings us on to issue number 2. That is 99.5 megawatts. Let's say 110 to be safe. 110 megawatts. Oh. That's cool. Never knew you'd done that. Is it always a feature that it points? Like, how far can we see that? That's really weird.
No energy.
Right, okay. So that's pointing at that. Now, how much does a solar panel produce? I would probably use something like this in
Fuel
here.
critical.
So let's build up a wee tower here, just temporarily. I want to see how much sun, and because the sun, the equator as well, that's perfect because the sun should hit that at the right. And then we need a control panel as well, just to see. Oh, control, there it is. Stick that on the side so you can see what it's consuming. Alt F10. We go admin tools, time of the day. So we need the bit there. That's right above it. And that is getting a 4 bar. How much is that? That is producing 159.9 kilowatts. Let's round it down to 150. Let's do a bit of quick math here. Let me just get my phone. Some of you have probably already worked this out already. But let's see. Let me see, where's the calculator app on my phone? Right. So it is 110 megawatts. So that's the times 1,000. That is 110,000 kilowatts. Divide that by 150. Seeing here we need 733.3 panels, or 734 to be rounding up. Is that right? Say it's 734, right? So 734 panels times will produce 150 kilowatts, which gives us 110,100 kilowatts. Divide that by 1,000 to give us megawatts is 110.1. Yeah. We do need uranium, and a lot of it. 700 solar panels. 700 of these here. 734 to be exact. Let me just I'm gonna put that represent that as how big that would be. So I'm just gonna quickly pause this here, and I'm gonna actually build 734 panels just to show how big this would have to be. Right, so I got this here built. So it actually works out, you need a 28 by 28 array, and that'll give you everything that you need to connect that back. Now, I have switched on the laser here, so I've moved it from there to there, and I've connected up, and that is running that on there alone. But let's see what happens whenever we shift the daylight. See the way it goes off? So they're on to 1 bar, and it's not enough to connect it. Now let's put it back, and now it's connected again. So that's going to be an issue. So it's going to mean that we can only go there during daylight, which would be a major no-no. Now I have worked it out that if we do manage to build this, which I don't feel like putting the effort into doing, we will still need 37 batteries connected to this here, so that whenever it's not like doing the laser, it's trickling charging this here up, and because this here takes 3 megawatt hours, it's max stored power, and the maximum output of 12 megawatts. So we would still need to build 37 of these here to store the power, and they have to be fully charged. So if we are going to build something like this, it'll have to be sent here, let it charge, and then before sending the drone. I don't feel like building it like that's that's ridiculous. Like, that's how big that would have to be to run that single laser there. So you're talking on something of the mega scale. Now the other option is, which I only thought about afterwards, is an engine. Now how much does this consume? Just gonna put this here next to it. Now let's have a look. Oh, control panel. So maximum output of 5 megawatts. So that's 5 megawatts. So that'll be 110 divided by 5. 22 of these here with 100% hydrogen in it to run it for whatever length of time it takes to get from 100% down to 0. That's how much time you have. So that's not feasible either. That's going to take some serious amount of ice to fill all those. You're going to have tanks. Pretty much impossible to do. I can't really see us doing this here without actually being, like manning the mission. And I don't want to man the mission. I don't want to fly here from Partham, whatever you call it, just to do that. So I'm in a bit of a debate. And I think I might just leave this here to the viewers to come up.
Fuel critical.
Yeah, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to end this here. I'm going to let the viewers come to a decision. This will be coming out on Wednesday, the... let me check the schedule. I can't even remember what date next Wednesday is. Where is my calendar? Where's my calendar? There it is. So next Wednesday is the 12th. So by the 19th, that's the final decision. So you have until... Everybody has until the... Well, realistically, I'm going to be recording this on the weekend. So, this will be coming out on the 12th. You have until the 15th to make a decision. Otherwise, I'm going to make it for you. And it'll more likely steer towards actually manning the mission as opposed to sending a drone. Unless somebody comes up with another idea. Or if I can find uranium. That's the only other way I can find this. And you don't even get that much uranium to... I don't even think those uranium veins you find would be enough to run that there for that length of time. You're talking about, literally, if it only lasts, say, 20 minutes, that's your whole mission time is going to be 20 minutes. It's very tight. But realistically speaking, what will happen is we'll send whatever probe it is with, see, it's got this here reactor on it and a few thrusters, and then it's going to have the rover will come and land. But as soon as the rover touches down, the minute we switch on that laser and switch on the drone, we have 20 minutes until this here fully depletes before we go with no connection again and we've completely lost it, unless we have something like this here monstrosity that keeps no power to it, or some sort of form engine, or even like a mixture of all three together. But I just can't see that happening either. But yeah, I'm going to leave it with yourselves to come up with that, or some sort of a solution. Somebody probably has a better idea to it, but I'm going to leave it at that. But yeah, no, that's it for this here episode. Thanks again for watching. If you have any comments or any suggestions, as I said, do drop it down below, or visit Discord channel that is linked in the description. You can follow our Discord channel for the schedules on the information board. It's not really much of a schedule. We are going to be putting these here out every Wednesday. But do follow Discord channel for the information board. There you will be able to see what games I am playing and when those games are going to be released. You can also have an input on what games you would like to see getting played as well. But at the minute it'll be just Space Engineers, and I would like to go back into a bit of Flight Simulator as well. I'm having a few issues with the controllers, so I might have to take them apart and find out if it's like a dead stick or something. Not actually that hard to fix. Dead stick issues aren't that hard to fix at all. Just get some replacement parts of VBN, away they go. Or just buy a whole new controller. We'll see. But yeah, if you are also enjoying what you see on the channel as well, do consider being a membership. I have kept it quite cheap at just £1 a month, and that way you'll be able to see exclusive content, a bit more in depth into what actually happens on this here channel. But that's it for this here. Do consider subscribe and drop a like if you enjoy what you see. But we're going to call it that, and I will see you in the next episode. I would like to give a massive shout out to the channel donators. You help make these videos possible.